Bullseye.
JD, letzte 3 Tage verheyen 2 Wochen. Unlucky. Unlucky. Baby. Mama. Ja. So, einmal Jugendspieler. Blub, blub. B-Jugend. How many hours have you got on Football Manager deck? Do you want to know? I mean, you're still playing 24, right? They skipped 25, right? I think 25 is the one they skipped. So you got like 2 years of game time, right? Or like 1.5 by now. Oristan Oskarsson. Where does he play? Where the fuck does he play? I've not heard. Got like 2k hours on every FM, but 23 because it sucked. Fair. So I've got like 3k on 24. Technically. Because it's like 1.5 years now. Just moved to Real Sociedad. Because it's probably in the game, I would assume. You reckon he still plays in 2036? Oskarsson. Okay, das war nicht so specific. Ori Stein. That's not him. Okay, where did he move from? Now depends if I've got that league simulated, right? Oskarsson. What the fuck? Ori Oskarsson. Kommt von Kopenhagen. Ja gut, ich meine, wir könnten Kopenhagen suchen, theoretisch, aber wird auch nichts helfen. We've got the league simulated, right? But maybe not enough youth simulation. I don't think we've got him here. Christian Christensen. Banger name, really. Okay, Twente. Erste Garde. Hey Jack, is that you? That looks like you. Hausmann hat ein Müdigkeitssyndrom. Verhagen won the CL for me on FM21. I think what a hero. What, he won the Champions League for you? How did he do that? Well, he's a striker I've seen, right? So he's probably scored a deciding golazo, I would assume. Let's go. Go on. Twente auf der 11. Twente wieder ein bisschen auf dem Abweg, ne? Auf dem Abweg? Ne? Nach unten. Panathinaikos and scored 94 winner. Crazy. Bicycle kick, surely, right? Has to be bicycle kick. Bicycle kick or it didn't happen. Come on, Leute. Bitte. Bruder. Was ist denn heute los? Tore sind sehr, sehr mau. Paul Daniel, Lamine Yamal, ich. Keiner kommt so wirklich in Wallung, ne? Nicht mal einer meiner ZMs. Please. Nicht Twente. Nicht schon wieder 0-0. Vor allem. Wir warten kurz. Ist das zweite Unentschieden in 3 Jahren, ne? Zu Hause, glaube ich. Ist eins meiner Unentschieden zu Hause gewesen? Auswärts. Ja. Das ist das zweite Unentschieden zu Hause. In 3 Jahren. I never scored a bicycle kick on FM, but I might keep a score outside the box. Crazy. I've had a game where against Bayern where Ederson scored. Unlucky. Have you drawn the last 3 games 0-0? 2 I think. I'm not sure though. Fun fact, this right here against Twente, right? That was a home game 0-0. That was the second draw in the last 3 years at home. That was only the second draw at my home ground in the league in the last 3 years. I'm unbeaten for over 3 years in the league. I've not lost a game, and I've only drawn now 2 games, which is mental. And yet, I've only won the cup like 3 times, which is crazy. I've drawn against Findet, drawn against Groningen, and I think I've drawn, well, I've obviously drawn against Den Haag, but I've won against Heracles Almelo. So, zweite Garde im Pokal. And now we're moving into the cup. That's where things get dangerous. Different aim or just playing to keep winning? I don't really have an aim, right? I wanted to concentrate on playing Champions League and using youth players. I've done that plenty. I've won pretty much everything. I'd like maybe to have, like, things I still can win is a season where I win everything I can. So both Super Cups, Champions League, Intercontinental Cup, League Cup, and the Club World Cup, which is this year. So this year is pretty much my last chance to win everything, because I don't know if I'm going to play until I get another Club World Cup, because that's going to be another 4 years, obviously. So this might be my last year where I can literally win everything there is to win. That would be something I can still win. I haven't had a player that has won the Ballon d'Or yet. That will be something. And I think that's pretty much it. And technically, I have won the World Cup with the Netherlands, but then again, I've only started coaching the Netherlands like 2 years ago. And well, the only other reason I'm still playing actually is because you've got stars here, right? Depending on how talented they are, similar to Football Manager, and you've got 1 to 10 essentially, because like a half star is 1 star, so I've got 10 here, that's 8, that's 9, right? And the other reason I'm still playing is myself here, because I've got 12 stars. That's like a very rare variant of a talent, essentially. Like, I've only seen a 12-star player 3 times in my life, not just this game, in my life. Like, all the way back in the day when the FIFA Manager games were still like coming out, like FIFA Manager 10, 11, somewhere there, I'm not sure which game, I've had a 12-star. And I've seen one in the very last save, but only when I did the outro for the save. So I just went through, hey, let's just look at what talented players there are all over the world, and I've seen a 12-star player there, and this is the first time I've gotten one in like 15 years or something. So that's pretty much the other reason, because I've finally found a 12-star talent that I actually want to use it as well. That's the biggest reason I'm actually still playing, to be fair. Ouch. Cup. I mean, you can change the name and the player faces of players. Like, you can just drag and drop the player faces in. That's what I did with the WWE save. And you can, and if the player is generated by the game, so I cannot use Hato. Like, Hato, I cannot change anything, right? But if you use Hausmann, who is generated, because that's why he's got the player face, I can change the name here. So I can change the name, I can change the player face, and I've done a community save, so essentially people can choose player faces and use their names if they want to be part of this project. And just so people are not going to fight over the 12-star talent, or people are not going to feel left out or whatever, I just decided to give myself that 12-star player. Yes, exactly. Können wir bitte nicht verlieren wieder im Kopf? Bitte. Danke. Ausgleich. Spikers. Which one? Those? Like those right here? That's crazy. Können wir bitte noch ein Tor schießen ohne Verlängerung? Nein, extra time it is. Okay. Paul Daniel. Yo boy. Lamina mal. Abfahrt. They are way better. Crazy. That's crazy. Bitte nicht Elfmeter schießen. Bitte nicht Elfmeter schießen. Don't do it. Don't do it to me. Please. Thank God. Paul Daniel. Come on. Come on. But yeah, I've got a bunch of player faces lying around as well. Like there's like a folder that is in the forum for the game. We've got like generated player faces with like 500 of them, which like are random players. I don't know if they're like rugby players. Like some of them look like they might be from like rugby, and they just are like, okay, you've got the faces that look and that got the format for FIFA Manager, but are like rugby players or something. Some people use AI generated pictures, and I've got a whole bunch of WWE ones now. Like male ones, I've got 370. Is that true? Is that true? Okay, let me check real quick. I've got technically 610 player faces for WWE. I've used like all the old renders I used in Universe Mode and stuff for the match graphics. I just converted them into the format, and yeah, now I've got like a whole load of them. I'm just assuming it's rugby, like from like the shoulder size and stuff, it might be like rugby or something. To be fair, I've got Rich Holland myself because he's in my WWE pack, right? So I don't need to find him. Maastricht. Nicht easy. Wieder erste Liga. Dritte Runde. Ist aber machbar. Ist machbar. I mean, this is not the Universe Mode save, or not the WWE crossover save, so no. But I think he's in the pack somewhere. Yes, he's in there. So there is a player face existing for him. Come on, Ajax, Celtic. Hauptsache, Celtic hat noch den Original-Stadionnamen, ne? Das ist crazy. Barcelona auch. Was ist denn jetzt los? Was the star in the WWE save? Oh god. Asking the real questions here. Let me go check real quick. Don't remember. Have it on here? No. YouTube. Let me check on YouTube. WWE. Who was really good? Tamatonga scored a lot of hat tricks. So Tamatonga has got to be up there. Jimmy Wang Yang was a crazy defender for us. Yes, Jimmy Wang Yang of all people. What else did we have? Who else was good? The best one's probably Tamatonga and Jimmy Wang Yang. Tommaso Ciampa was really solid in goal for us. Those might be the standouts, really. Fraxim on the wings, truly? No. Well, I had a... Look at you. We gotta go there real quick. We had a wheel, so it was all random. Well, unless somebody wanted like a specific, like I was open to like everybody suggesting one player. If they're like, okay, I want Dean Ambrose to be in somebody, then I'm like, okay, so one of those players is gonna be Dean Ambrose, right? So if people wanted to choose, I'll let everybody choose like one superstar. But yeah, other than that, I drew them randomly. Short goalkeeper vibes. Well, Ciampa isn't really tall either, right? I would assume. I don't think he's that tall. I mean, he's not small, but he's not tall either. No, not making the cut. You can tell it wasn't there. Yeah, true. Unless... pack was actually in there, I think. He just wasn't crazy. Like, he wasn't randomized on like a good, talented player, essentially. I think he didn't get like a whole lot of game time for us. But I think there was a pack. And I think he was a center mid if I'm recalling correctly, but don't quote me on that, please. I'm just thinking watching out pay-per-views. Like PLEs at most. PLEs and TikTok, pretty much. I'm assuming once they go back to Sundays for PLEs, I'm like, I'm out pretty much. Like, really, the only reason I'm watching PLEs here and there is because they are Saturdays still, right? If they would be Sundays, there's a good chance I would barely be watching anything. If they go back to Sundays. Okay, wem hätten wir dann nach Juventus? Uiuiui. I don't know why, because probably because you've got that stat in your head now, and you're like, no, I'm not giving that streak up. I'm not giving that up. Are you watching Evolve? I've not seen anything from Evolve. I'm kind of curious if it's like half decent, but I don't even know where to watch Evolve. Well, then again, I don't even watch anything else, right? Love NXT though, yeah. Some of those releases were crazy, right? Or like felt random. Eddie Thorpe, Cora Jade. Like Eddie Thorpe, like right after getting his title match. Crazy. Lamine Yamal, 6. Tor. Bitte jetzt einfach mal ein paar mehr Tore. Please. Mehmet Scholl, by the way. No? Immer noch Trainer von SD Herrenwien. Kai as well, yeah. True. There's a couple ones in there that feel random. Braun Strowman, not even that much, really. I mean, a lot of people are going to say Braun Strowman, but not even him. Like, I get him. Like, he's expensive, right? And they said they're open for, like, a comeback, but he's gone for now-ish. Come on. 3-0, Lupenreiter. Please. Lamine Yamal. Do your thing. Nicolas El-Mokdem. I mean, for big male superstars, I guess, yeah, I get that. Usually there's like 2 or 3 big guys, or like, not big in stature, right, but like big superstars-ish. And then you've got those feuding, somebody gets called up, a new guy comes in, and it's rarely that like somebody goes up the ladder, like Trick Williams did maybe. Trick Williams was like the last one that really moved up the ladder in NXT, right, itself. I've not even seen Javon that much, right? To be fair, like I've seen him here and there, but like when I was still watching here and there, he was like appearing here and there. That was like around that Randy Orton match ish. That was like the last time I've seen Javon. You were into him. That's crazy. But fair play. I don't judge. I don't judge. Where was he before WWE? Javon Evans. He was in DPW. Oh, it's not thingamabobby? That's like Danger, right? And stuff. I actually, now that you say that, I think I kind of remember. I didn't realize, but I think I remember stuff now. Actually. Jay Malachi? Malaki? CM Pulse and Tony Pizza guy? Yeah. And Chris Danger, right? Did Chris Danger have his match against Adam Cole by now? Did that ever happen again? Like that, the one that didn't happen because Cole was injured? Van Emmerich, Erfahrungsstufe 3. TK won't let it happen. Unlucky. Unlucky. Sieht gut aus. Vanemarik sieht gut aus. Wir können bald auf Doppel 10 Sterne Innenverteidiger gehen, glaube ich. Haben wir aber schon, ne? Ich glaube, Prokureur haben wir schon in die zweite Garde geschickt. Why don't they? Like, what's the reason behind that, do you know? Wie lange ist denn Wandewort noch verletzt, bitte? Ein Tag. Okay. Muss ich nur mal kurz auflegen. Mars fällt auch 2 Tage aus. Juventus, Spieltag Nummer 4. Okay. Oh, look at that. Mo Salah dropped his age and went to coach Juventus. M. Salah, but no age. Crazy. Come on, Leute. Come on. Ja. Ja. J. David Lennartz. Immer noch der einzige Jugendspieler, der irgendwie was gerissen hat aus dem Jugendcamp, ne? Und das ist immer noch crazy. Ulat, Salah im Hand. I don't know if I've seen him. Is that a real player or is that generated? Because I've seen somebody the other day that was called M. Hand. Okay, that was probably him then. I've actually seen him like 2 or 3 days ago for the first time as well. Crazy. Mental. Well, my favorite is probably... I don't remember his name, but like that Müller Mbappe guy? Müller Lewandowski Mbappe or whatever? I don't remember the name, but it's like Müller Mbappe whatever. I think you know him as well, right? Oh, 3-0. Crazy. Wir hatten Tore geschossen. Jafari und Dox. Hansi Müller Mbappe? Hansi Müller Mbappe. Kamerun. Hansi Müller Mbappe. Sardar Jafari, 4-0. Who is Juventus? Yeah. Actually, he played for us. Shaquille Van Persie. I looked at a lot of those because there's a lot of Dutch guys that got kids that are like half decent. Like Shaquille is still playing for the national team. He's right there. Shaquille Van Persie. That's him. We sold him to Stuttgart and then he went to Dortmund. But he played for us for 7 years. But I had a lot of those on my scouting list. Like you've got Jesse Snyder, I think. Well, Snyder's got like 2 or 3. That's Snyder's son. You've got somebody who also had is Damien Van Vaart. There's a Van Bommel. Ruben Van Bommel. Which is weird because he's a left wing and Van Bommel was a DM, right? But yeah. I scouted a lot of those. Shaquille Van Persie was the only one that really played for us. Damien Van Vaart played in the second team quite a bit, but never really made it into the first team. But I was open to using a lot of those, potentially. Just didn't really happen. Alkmaar verliert gegen Frankfurt. Aua. Damit ist Alkmaar auf der 34. Tough. Euroleague. Grasshoppers 0-0 gegen Manchester United. Groningen gewinnt gegen Legia Warschau. Let's go. Europa League final last year for me was Nottingham Forest versus Aston Villa, by the way. Eindhoven verliert gegen Galatasaray. Unlucky. Groningen auf der 11. Eindhoven auf der 27. Conference League. Conference League, Feyenoord gewinnt gegen Elfsborg. Yes, Herrenveen gewinnt gegen Ludogorets. Sehr schön. Damit sind wir auf der 3 und der 6. Let's go. We've got random players who are son of mid players. Brennan Johnson is the second generation. Are we talking like... What's his name? Like Liverpool right back Johnson? True, true. Like I was thinking about like creating a club to like create a project on Football Manager just using second generation players. But then again, I don't know if there's like enough usable ones for it to be like half decent. Like I don't want it to be like 380 rated players and the rest is like 60-ish, right? Like I would want it to be like somewhat even. But I thought about doing something like that. Der hat einfach 80. Der hat 80. Wie? Weil wir nicht voll gescoutet haben in der eigenen Jugend. Das ist auch geil. 8 von 10. Ist das bodenlos. Deswegen hat er 80, weil wir nicht voll gescoutet haben. Den eigenen Jugendspieler. Ich drehe am Rad. Ich drehe wirklich am Rad. Glenn Johnson? Isn't that the one I'm thinking about? Glenn Johnson? Was he not at Liverpool? Was he not a right back? Is that not the one I'm thinking of? I think that's the one I'm thinking of. I could make a team of second generation would be very good, but not much room for movement. Yeah, true that. Brinstead is not in Forest. Oh, no, it's not. I skipped the not. Yeah, I'm good. I thought you said, no, it's Glenn Johnson. I'm like, wait, I was thinking of Glenn Johnson. But no, it's not Glenn Johnson. I got you. I got you now. Then again, there's probably the odd Johnson here or there. So chances are, I don't know, there's maybe 2 or 3. So. Ich würde sagen, wir haben jetzt Wolle, danach ist Länderspielpause, alles easy. Also wir gehen in die erste Garde rein, aus Lucas Jetten. Und dann, Jalla Abfahrt. Come on. Nope. Leroy Sané. There's been a lot of rumors and talks about him lately, right? Same with Wirtz, really. Like a lot of media back and forth. To the point where I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Just tell me when he moves, lol. Is he available on free? Is he? Is his contract running out? Sané? Why am I on a yellow, please? It is. True, I think they negotiated for like a while. Golasso. And like didn't come to an agreement yet. Like 150, that's crazy, right? But then Wirtz gone, Ta gone, Frimpong possibly gone, Xabi Alonso gone. I don't know how Liverpool's are going to come back from that, if I'm honest. Well, not at that level, right? Surely they're not going to like relegate, I wouldn't assume. But they're going to drop. They're going to drop. Unless they invest that money real good. Können wir bitte noch 2-0 schießen? Bitte? Bitte? Nee? Nee? Gar kein Tor mehr? Boah, ist das tough die Saison. Alter Schwede, nächstes 1-0. 12 Spiele, 24 Tore. We're averaging 2 goals a game. Like, I've had seasons where I had easily over 100, like 120 goals in like 34 games. Like, that's tough this season. Tough. Ukraine in der Nations League. glaube, ich muss schonen, ne? Ich glaube, wir sollten mit dem nicht unserem Spielerverein, mit nicht unseren Spielern spielen. So, Gerritsen und. Ja, wir haben keinen, der nicht von uns ist, lol. Hato, I guess. Weil der nicht erste Garde zumindest ist. Hempenius, Töwe, Taylor, Simmons, Shaquille, Kramer, Warwick. Ja, that's fine. Are you a Wrexham documentary? No, not at all, actually. I started one of those football documentaries. I'm not sure which one. Like one of those on Prime. There's like 15 of them now, I think. I started one of them a couple of years ago, but I've never watched any of those now. To be fair, I don't really consume football at all anymore. Like, this is as much as I consume football, right? Playing FIFA Manager. Other than that, it's like checking results at most, like every, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, or, I don't know, hearing results on the radio or something. Tottenham got one. It better have been that one. I don't think. I think it's probably been before that. I would assume there was like 3 or something back then. There wasn't that many at that time when I started watching that. But there's been like there's been plenty since. I mean, that's a lot more games than I do watch. I'll watch like, I don't know, World Cup at most. Dänemark ist auf der 1. Aua, aua. Spielen wir nochmal Dänemark? Oh oh, oh oh. Boah, jetzt müssen wir echt auf die Schweiz, auf die Ukraine hoffen? Haben wir das echt noch verballert? Holy shit, Alter. But yeah, I don't watch anything really. Suddenly got promoted to the Premier League. I've read that somewhere, I think. Hamburg's got promoted as well. Which made a couple of people go crazy in Germany. First time in was like 10 years. When's been the last time that Sunderland has been Premier League? Oh no. Didn't wanna update that squad. I did want to. Didn't want to. Nope. I want to play with the players that are not mine. Kramer, Warwick, Schicki, wobei wir Spiker spielen könnten, das sind nur Backup. Been out for 10. It's been 4 or 5 in League 1. Well, Hamburg's been out for 10 as well. Only difference being that they've played like relegation battles here and there, and that they've at least always been 2nd division. Is there anybody at Sunderland that I will know? Okay, fair enough. Like, I mean, it's been that big thing when Hamburg got relegated as well, right? Because they've never been relegated before that, and now they've spent like 10 years trying to get back up. Oh, Trev, he's supposed to move as well. I think I've read that he's joining something, but Premier League, I think. What rumor have I read about Joe Bellingham? So I know, let's go. Dortmund? Yes, I've read Dortmund. Yeah. Because I was like, yeah, never mind. The one brother was there, now the other one's joining. Yep, true. That's the closest you'll know. Yeah. I mean, I know him. Definitely. Okay, wenn die Ukraine jetzt Dänemark Punkte abnimmt, dann können wir noch Erster werden. Ansonsten sind wir halt jetzt Zweiter. Da müssen wir wahrscheinlich ein Spiel mehr machen oder so. Wenn wir die Nations League nochmal gewinnen wollen. Auf der anderen Seite, ich habe sie schon gewonnen, ne? Von daher, whatever. 3-0? Töwe. Let's go. Gigis. Ne, mach keine Subs. Gigis. Ukraine. 5-0 Dänemark. Crazy. Dann sind wir auf Platz 2. Jetzt schauen wir irgendwie im Halbfinale oder sowas, ne? Nations League Finals. Achso, wir spielen direkt gegen Dänemark. Das ist auch bodenlos. Dänemark, dann Halbfinale, Finale. Okay. Das ist 1 oder 2 eigentlich egal, ne? Tatsächlich. J. David Lennartz macht 2 gegen Vincent and Grün irgendwas. Might sein Jordan Henderson. Is he still in Saudi? Or has he moved from there? No, he moved, right? Didn't he move? Didn't he go back to England already? Henderson? Ajax, true. Did I have him? When did he move? Did I have Jordan Henderson? January 24. I should have, right? Hendo? Henderson? Oh god, he's not even there. Jordan? He's not even in the database anymore. Did I use him? Wait. Let me go check. What the fuck? Had me Jordan Henderson? I need to check on the VOD. Bullseye. Das zweite Churak mit 16, der zweiten Jet mit 16, der zweiten. Holy shit, was ist denn passiert? Wink war auch bei uns. Kaloko war bei uns in der zweiten. Ich wusste auch, ich habe Kaloko mal gesehen. Wir hatten Henderson. We did. He was captain as well. What the fuck did I do with the Jordan Henderson? I do not recall. To be fair, it's been like over 100 hours, but I do not recall having Jordan Henderson. Apparently I did use him. I would assume not for that long though. Erfahrungsstufe 6. Sehr schön. Wir haben 9 Tage. Unlucky. Fanshop in Brasil ist fertig. So, Venlo. Da war ich. For the glory. It's getting hot in here. How old is Jordan Henderson now? Like 33, I assume? 33? 34? Something like that? $37? You what, mate? Jordan Henderson? Henderson? He's 34. Thank God. 37 would have been crazy. What are you on? I'm not that old. I'm old, but not that old. So Venlo, Tottenham Hotspur. Interesting. Vitesse, Eindhoven, Glasgow. Not happening. Not happening. Nope. Venlo first. Come on, lads. Yes, 1-0 Paul. 6. Tor am 13. Spieltag. Ist das eine crazy Saison? Wirklich. Und nicht im Guten. Ich sag, Garvin der Rot, potenzielle Gelbspieler nächstes Spiel. Außer der kassiert heute gelb-rot. Würde mich auch nicht wundern. Komm, wir schießen uns warm für Tottenham. It's not me. It's not my enemy. Come on. Also Tore schießen ist dieses Jahr nicht so, ne? Ich glaube nicht, dass Paul Daniel das 3. Jahr in Folge 30 plus Tore macht. Ich wäre ready, ich wäre fein damit, aber sehr unwahrscheinlich. So the same music is nostalgic. I mean, a lot of it, I assume, yeah. Like, it's not the same, but there's probably a lot of it that was playing back in the day as well, yeah. You know what we haven't played in a while? God, no. I could go full on nostalgic now, but no. Paul Daniel mit der 7, come on. Let's go. Who's that? Come on, Leute. 4-0, please. Paul Daniel am besten noch 1 oder 2. Violence is forever? Why does that ring a bell? Who is that? Give me names. Lamine mal mit der 8, sehr schön. Kimchi and Dominic Garini. Okay, that does not ring a bell, but the name rings a bell. What promotions do they go to? Like DPW, I assume, right? But anything else? Come on. Come on. But surely not just DPW, right? Dreimal Paul Daniel, immerhin, immerhin. Are they using this version though? Like, are they using Powerwolf or are they using Cranberries? Like Bad Wolves, not Powerwolf. GCW and stuff. But GCW is GCW, that's true. And DPW ist DPW. FIFA World Player Gala. Okay, wer ist von uns? Daklina war bei uns, ist aber nicht mehr. Mokdem ist bei uns. Sardar Jafari, Lamine Mal. Irgendwer anderes, auf den wir voten können? Nein. Nominiert Paul Daniel, aber tough jetzt, Tim Kramer nicht mehr bei uns. Spikers, yo boy. Ich stehe auf der Liste, Leute. Ich stehe auf der Liste. Möchte ich nur gesagt haben. But are there no music? Yeah, fair. I would assume Cranberries as well. It's like the more iconic one. Even though I might argue that this version is... You could argue it's better. You could. People are gonna fight you over that, but you could argue. People might hit you in the face for that, though, maybe. Dominic Tedesco and Tottenham Hotspurs. Oh, for Son. Oh, I thought like who's Sonny? Gelbe Karte. Come on, Leute. Die haben Ruben Warek, ne? Der ist auch von uns. Why is still here? Why not? Apparently he's good. He's alright. He's alright. 83. 83 rated left back. 2-0 PG. Oh, they're already playing. Lol. Didn't even realize. Come on, Leute. Jesse Verhagen mit der gelben Karte. Rasmus Højlund. They just subbed on Rasmus Højlund. Archie Gray. Yeah, crazy game that. Crazy game that. 2-0 PSG. True. 23. Krass. Tough für Inter. Empoli gewinnt gegen Kopenhagen. Empoli ist crazy. Alkmaar 4-1 verloren gegen Real Sociedad. Damit sind wir auf der 2 weiterhin. Ja, und Alkmaar ist auf der 35. Wieso ist das andere Champions League Team immer für den Arsch? Immer. Eindhoven verliert gegen Besiktas. Galatasaray verliert gegen Tampere. Groningen verliert gegen Lille. Damit Eindhoven auf der 32. Groningen auf der 15, also okay. Conference League. Penultimate Game Day. Feyenoord gewinnt. Herrenveen gewinnt auch gegen Roter Stern Belgrad. Good win. Damit sind wir auf 3 und 4 und damit sind beide durch eigentlich. 10 Punkte hier, ne? Jeweils 13. Eigentlich done und dusted. Sehr schön. Immer die gehen beide ins Achtelfinale. Does this game have a 0-0 problem? I don't know. Maybe it's you. Like, it's not the game. as I said, I've scored a lot of goals the last couple of years. It's just this year that nobody really gets going scoring wise. Like Paul Daniel scored 30 plus goals the last 2 seasons in the league, but still, Lamine Yamal scored 208 goals for us now. So the top goal scorer in the league that is active right now. So it's not the league. It's, I don't know. It's just the right now thing. Just a bad draw, bad spell. Like the first of those 3 invincible seasons, I think, I had 10 draws or something. I went on to win the league, I think, by the last game day. I'm not sure the last or the second last game day was the first time I went on to being first place. Like I've not been first place the whole season yet, being undefeated. Because I drew everything, and this kind of shaping up to be similar-ish. At least it's looking like it. Like called Sol van de Veen. I have a what? Where? Where did you read that? Oh, probably in the youth, right? Probably youth academy. Why are you feeling sick though? Yeah. The thing is, he's good. He's got 82. He's 18. Crazy. He's crazy good. 15 million at 18. Oh, Sol Campbell. Yeah. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. Probably not related though, I'm assuming. So, Vitesse. Come on. Bitte kein Unentschieden. Please, no draws today. Please. Ugun Sui mit der gelben Karte. Hausmann wartet immer noch auf seine 5. That Sweden will win the World Cup. When? This year? No, next year? No. Just no. (1-0). Paul Daniel, come on. (2030). I mean, you never know what's going to happen in the future, right? But not next year, that's what I'm saying. Oh, Gyökeres, true, true. I've not heard anything from Bergvall, if I'm going to be honest. But I mean, the other 3 are good. As far as I know. Yeah, Belgium. We all know that Belgium did really well in that the golden generation, right? Surely they're going to do well as well. 1-0, Alter. Was ist denn los hier? Oh, he's playing for Tottenham as well? Is Kulusevski still there? No, oh yeah, Kulusevski has been there, right? Playing Belgium managers. Kuku's still there? Okay. Yeah. Oh, center midfield. He's 19, by the way. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. He's 19. He's been 19 for almost 4 months now. I'm just saying. Mitarbeiterschulung, Jugendcamp. Okay. Können wir mal wieder einen Jugendspieler bekommen? Wir sind schon wieder im Dezember. Wir gehen Richtung Weltfußballer. Ballon d'Or soon. 2 weeks, probably. Good at ages. I barely know my own. I don't. And I'm not sure if I want to know. Remember the good old days when you've been like 12? Remember that? I remember that. Oh, crazy. I'm only 21, fuck off. You know what the craziest thing is? We're not far off me knowing you half your life. Or more. That's mental. Vedat Ibisevic ist jetzt Trainer bei Eindhoven. Was ist denn hier los? Vedat Ibisevic. Woher? Woher? Flamingo mit der Verletzung. When's your birthday again? Is that August? I think in August. I'm not sure. Wait, yeah, 05, 08. No, oh, 05, 09. Yeah. I just remembered the old number thingy. September 5th. I would have said August 5th, but then again, close enough. Close enough. I was closer to your birthday than you'd be to mine. So that's something. Können wir bitte ein Tor schießen? Bitte, hallo, 1-0, please. Falsche Seite. Das machen wir nicht. Das machen wir nicht. Nein, nein, nicht wieder Ibisevic. Bruder, nein. 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 Not happening. Ogunsui gelbe Karte. Nein. 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 Bitte nicht. Bitte nicht. Danke. Danke. Lamin Yamal. Danke. Nein, Mohamed Sanko. Bitte nicht. Bitte nicht. Nein. Nein. The Undertaker's undefeated streak has just ended. 3,5 Jahre. Und Eindhoven, to be fair, Eindhoven, ja, aber Eindhoven auf der 10 ist tough. Vedat Ibisevic hat unsere undefeated streak beendet. 3.5 years. At home as well. Not only did we get our second draw in 3 years at home, or almost 4, but also a first loss. Apparently you are. To be fair, you're closer to my birthday than I was to yours. Well, depending if you're talking days or numbers. If you're talking numbers, I'm only one off, right? Because I said August instead of September, but I would have gotten the date right. You've got the month right, but you've got the days more off than I've got the months off, if that makes sense. And then again, if you've gotten it off by more than 10 months, that would have been crazy. But 17th though. 17th. Then again, you're only off by one number as well, if technically. Like, it's just one that's missing, right? Anyways. Exactly 10 years ago. Die.